fraud.
What's going on, YouTube? The more I try to get out, they pull me back in. April Ryan, y'all. Part 2. She wants some more. See, she want to get back in the ring and go one more round, and she had the nerve to get on The View and start popping off, talking reckless, spreading lies, spreading rumors and garbage. Look at all these rumors on me every day. Yeah, that's what she did. Straight propaganda. And her buddies in the liberal media was like co-signing for this garbage. And I can't let that happen. See, I'm not going to let her feed the viewers out here, the ones that got some sense, doo-doo, and tell them it's chocolate. So let's see what she has to say now.
You laugh to keep from crying.
Yeah, I felt for you and Jim and all the reporters that were in that press conference yesterday. But what were you feeling in that moment when you have the President of the United States ordering you to sit down, not do your job by asking a question?
Will you please sit down?
Well, you know what?
Excuse
you know
me.
what I felt for? I felt for the president that has to get up there with a straight face and act as if these are serious reporters asking him questions. Meaningful questions. Not leading questions or questions designed to once again paint him as Frankenstein, a monster of some sort, Dracula, Vlad. Yeah. See, I feel for the president. I feel for the president because I know in his mind, he's probably thinking, I want to jump from behind this thing and punch you all in the face hard as I can. Hard as I can. But he can't because he's the president. So he has to sit there and listen to this garbage, knowing that soon as he calls on you, you're going to get up and you're going to say dumb things. That's who I feel for. And I feel for also my ears. Because when I sit back and I listen to these stupid questions, I go, oh, God, why would you get up there and ask some of the dumbest questions you can possibly ask? Because they're not serious questions. Serious questions, you know that maybe they don't fall into the stereotypical common questions that you always ask pertaining to race, some type of, oppression of people, some type of race baiting. Maybe just maybe one day, April might get up there and say, President Trump, what are the plans moving forward next year when it comes down to the economy and the budget? No, that's not her style. See, her style is to get up there and ask dumb questions, okay? Like, you know what? Does this White House support slavery? And what about voter suppression?
Excuse me, would you please sit down? Please go ahead.
Asking her nicely.
A question, and in my view, being very aggressive and disrespectful.
As a 51-year-old woman, what would you think? Let's talk about the moment. First of all,
yes, let's.
As a reporter who's been doing this for 21 years, okay,
and nothing to show for it.
That she want to ask your questions, and there was a moment where the president had finished answering a question. He was finding someone to call on the next time. And there was that pregnant moment, that pregnant pause that I lobbed a question in.
Okay,
I will give you voters.
Now you know what? Let's just talk about that. See, because she acts as if I guess she doesn't know the rules of the White House. See, so she said the president had gotten finished. Now, let's just say, first of all, it didn't happen like that. But let's just say it did. Let's just say the president got finished and he's looking for someone to call on. Now, we all know the rules because we all been to school, April Ryan. We know that the teacher will call on you. You don't just yell out. No. But see, that's not her style. See, because what she wanted was attention. She's like, man, Jim just got the platform. He just got it. Man, Jim is going to be on TV tonight. They're going to be interviewing Jim on CNN. They're going to be interviewing Jim all over the place. He's going to be the talk of the town. I will not be outdone by Jim. So what I'm going to do, instead of waiting my turn, instead of raising my hand and waiting for the president to call on me, I'm going to just yell stuff out from the floor. That's what I'm going to do. Try that in court. April. Yeah, just go sit back in court and watch, the judge conduct some type of litigation. And he's like, all right, please tell me what happened. And the guy's like, well, at 3 a.m. and excuse me, judge. Who's that yelling back there? Excuse me. Yeah, see what happens. Bailiff, get that lady, take her out of here. That's what would happen. Don't you see? I'm talking to a person here. You don't get up in the middle of a quiet setting and yell out stuff to me. Okay? If you got a question, you wait your turn. But no, she didn't do that. But yes, she's now the victim, right?
You just have to sit down, please. Sit down.
Ask her several times.
I didn't call you.
Please.
I didn't call you. I'll give you voter suppression. Take a look at the CNN polls, how inaccurate they were. That's called voter suppression.
Wow. Yeah, punched her right in the mouth verbally with that one. Because, see, what happens is when CNN throws out their polls and make it seem like there's no way, not a snowball's chance in hell is these Republicans going to win a seat. And then that makes people start thinking mentally that, wow, I'm about to waste my vote. Maybe I shouldn't even go vote. Or it just looks so gloomy and glim that, you know what, there's no hope. You know, why even try? If we're losing by that much, imagine if we would have all bought into that during the 2016 elections, we wouldn't have President Trump, right? Mm-hmm.
Please.
Thank you, Mr. President.
I'm not responding. I'm responding.
You hear her?
Excuse me. I'm not responding to you. I'm talking to this gentleman. Will you please sit down? Mm-hmm. Excuse me. Would you please sit down? Please go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. President. Now that the House of Representatives
very hostile.
has,
It's such a hostile media. It's so sad.
Yeah, see, you know what? I'm feeling the president. Very hostile media. And yet she wants us to believe that she did nothing wrong. Did you hear the tape, y'all? She wants us to not believe our ears and our eyes. You know, so she's just sitting there yelling out stuff and he's going politely, excuse me. I didn't call on you. I need you to sit down. Excuse me. He didn't say, hey, you little short black lady over there, you shut your mouth. Okay, black people aren't allowed to talk in the middle. You know what, matter of fact, you're doubly making me mad because you're a woman and you're black. So you just sit your little woman black self down. He didn't say any of that. You know, he was just like, excuse me, would you sit down? I didn't call on you. How many times I got to tell you, excuse me, I didn't call on you, wait your turn. Now, she's a journalist. I think she got a pretty good control of the command of the English language. So she didn't understand what that meant. You mean to tell me you don't have enough social skills to understand that if you're not called on, you don't get up and yell in the middle of an audience and you sit your butt down, okay? Who's conducting, okay? Who's the orchestra leader, huh? Who's the conductor? Huh? Not you, April, all right? You don't just go on a solo. Everybody else is just playing with the music and she gets up there like, yeah, the conductor's going to say, excuse me, sit down, stop, cut. But no, not her. She wants to go on a solo mission.
Ask me about, no, you rudely interrupted him.
Yes, you did.
You rudely interrupted him.
Rudely.
Go ahead.
She knew that,
thank you,
though.
Mr. President.
That I lobbed a question in. Mm-hmm. He responded. And you know what that question was?
What was the question?
What was it? Because we couldn't hear.
It was about, I know it was off mic. It was voter suppression. And
Now, she just stuck her own foot in her mouth. You know what that question, first of all, if you have to tell us what the question was, that means you shouldn't have been asking it. Because, see, if you were going through protocol, we would have heard the question because he would have gave you the microphone and you would have asked it properly. But no, you're yelling it from the audience and you're talking about, I just lobbed. See, lob is a soft versus throw. See, that's what she did. She threw it out there. She didn't lob it up there. Yeah, I just lobbed the question up there.
He responded, yeah, I got voter suppression or something like that. And so I stood up. I thought he was receiving my question and wanted. And so I stood up.
Is that what you thought?
Receiving my question and wanted.
Okay, now she said, I stood up. No, you were already standing when you threw the question out there. Don't act like you just passively said, what about voter oppression? And he said, April, is that you? Is that, yeah, you know what? I'm going to talk about that to you. About voter oppression. Come on, stand up. Somebody get her the mic. No, that's not what happened. She was standing up already after she saw Jim just get embarrassed. And she's like, here's my chance to grandstand with my pal. And she got up and she threw the question out there while she was standing. And the president pivoted, addressed the question, but not to her. So what is she talking about? I thought he was talking to me. It doesn't seem like that here.
Rudely interrupted him. You rudely interrupted him.
To talk about it. And then when he sees me, he says, sit down, in a very terse tone.
Oh, really?
I'm not responding. I'm responding to, excuse me, I'm not responding to you. I'm talking to this gentleman. Will you please sit down?
Sees me, he says, sit down, in a very terse tone.
Now, see, once again, liberals, they won't watch that tape. They won't go back and say, well, whose tone is really improper? Is it the president saying, excuse me, I'm not talking to you? Or is it her like, what about voter oppression? You know what? You did it. Yeah, it doesn't sound to me like the president is hostile. In fact, afterwards, he said, this is a very hostile press. For you to get up in the middle of a press conference and not be called with no microphone and you're yelling as I have to repeatedly tell you to sit down because I'm not talking to you. And I'm being polite enough to even say, excuse me. Because I shouldn't even have to say that. I should just be saying, you know what, sit your butt down and shut up. That's what I should be saying. But I'm going to try to be nice because I know the media afterwards is going to say, he only said that because she's a black woman. So he's going, excuse me, I'm not talking to you. Did she get the hint? No. So who's going too far?
I'm responding to, excuse me, I'm not responding to you. I'm talking to this gentleman. Will you please sit down?
I was taken aback.
You were taken
And then
back.
I sat down and he said something about CNN and the poll numbers. So I came back and said, no, sir. And just like Jim did, he tried to put fact on the table to get a response. I came back saying off mic, what about Florida? What about Georgia? What about Texas? What about North Dakota with voter suppression issues?
Okay, what fact did Jim put on the table? You mean Jim's opinion about the invasion? Is that what she's talking about? See, CNN's facts are really opinions. They're really virtue signaling. All they are is just simply identity politics, talking points from the left to try to stir up emotion out of people. So it's not a fact that the people that's coming from Honduras with their flags and the people who's coming saying we gonna get into America one way or another, the people who violently were jumping over fences and throwing rocks at the Mexican military, you know, that's not a fact that they're just peaceful protesters just walking gently like they're coming out of Israel, the children coming out of Egypt, peaceful. No. See, according to me, my opinion and my eyes and my own reasoning skills look at that and say, yeah, it looks like an invasion to me. But I guess we have to take Jim Acosta's opinion as fact. So that's all they were doing. They were just throwing out facts. Like, I guess her opinion about voter oppression, you know, but it's a fact in her head.
Conference was about the midterm election.
Midterm elections. And we're still finding out more about other voter irregularities around the nation.
Right.
As this president is talking about voter fraud.
They're not looking at all of the things that came up during this investigation. They don't do that. They should also get people that can be fair, not 13 or 14 or 17. I call them the angry Democrats. They are angry people. And it's a very unfair thing for this country. It's a very, very, forget about unfair to me, it's very bad for our country.
So, Mr. President, if it's
Mr.
President, just wait, if it's unfair to the country and it's costing millions of dollars, why don't you just
give him the
end
mic,
it?
please? I've answered the question. Go ahead, take the. Well, I'll give you I will give you voter suppression. You just have to sit down, please. Sit down. I didn't call you.
See, this is what I mean. He didn't even call her. She threw it out there. She might have prompted him to talk about it, but she the one got up, threw it out there. He didn't call her. All right. So you threw it out there. He told you, sit down. If he really wanted to engage with her, he would have continued to engage with her. So what is she talking about? I thought that, you know, once he start talking about his voter oppression, he wanted to talk to me. So why would he do that? That would go against everything. It's like, you know what? Stand up. Now sit back down. Because I wasn't talking to you. See, it's that type of logic that they don't expect people to catch. See, and this is what I'm trying to get y'all to see. People that's watching this video, hopefully you're saying, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Why would that happen? But yet everybody around there that's talking to April Ryan are going, I see. I feel you, girl. That's unfortunate. We felt for you.
I didn't call you.
Around the nation.
Right.
As this president is talking about voter fraud. So it was a real question. And then he proceeds to tell me that I'm rude, I'm hostile. But it was a real question about a real issue that Americans just were dealing with the day before.
Well, he engages in question suppression also.
Oh, yes.
So, you know,
we are suppressed and oppressed.
Now that the House.
Now, here we go. Guess who comes off the bench? Joy Reid. Do I need to say any more? Joy Reid, the same woman who's like, first of all, I think that the president, you know, he was a part of putting this whole thing together. You know, he called on Jim Acosta because he wanted to. He wanted to get that stirred up. Are you kidding me? As much as Jim Acosta hate him, you're telling me this is about as bad as the Russia collusion theory. Him and Vladimir Putin coordinated this. So you're telling me him and Jimmy, old boy, was talking, hey, Jim, I'm going to call on you, and I'm just going to somehow know the exact questions you're going to be asking so that I can embarrass you in front of national TV? You know, no. And see, if he would have skipped over Jim, then y'all would be saying he's now suppressing everybody's questions. He's going around there. And then Joy Reid, the same person who just asked this, made that stupid comment, the same person who said, you know what, Since when did he start doing press conferences anyway? He never does press conferences any other time. And I'm like, are you kidding me? There is overwhelming amounts of press conferences that he does right on the spot, impromptu, with, guess who? Jim Acosta there doing the exact same thing that he did that day. Act a complete fool, embarrass himself, embarrass CNN more so than they already are embarrassed, and embarrass the whole human family. So we have overwhelming amounts of evidence that Jim Acosta is a dodo. We know that. They don't know it. Maybe they do. They do. But they're just trying to say, you know what, since he's on our squad, we're going to act like we don't. And we're going to paint him as the victim, along with April Ryan, who's on our show now, trying to get a little airtime and getting what she wanted in the first place when she stood up. And she knew that once I yell out in the middle of the audience and get President Trump's attention because I am being rude, then I'm going to say that the only reason he told me I was being rude and I needed to sit my butt down wasn't because I was being rude and stood up and interrupted things and didn't, immediately respond to him repeatedly saying, sit down. Yeah, it wasn't because of that. It's because I'm a black woman. That's what it is. And he's trying to silence the mouths of the press when all we're trying to do is just ask legitimate questions. On that note, I'm going to sit back. I'm not even going to finish this tape. I'll encourage you to go and get a good laugh, if you want to, by looking it up online. It's April Ryan on the CNN. I mean, on the View. That program that I can smell from Ohio. It stinks to high heaven. That's right. Anyway, check it out. Find me Wednesday nights, 7:30 in Kevin's Corner. I do a live radio blog talk show. Also, check me out on Wednesday nights where I stream live, YouTube. Check out Extreme Tees, my sponsor. Also, if you want to donate to Kevin's Corner, there's links in the bottom to do that as well. And don't forget to hit share, like, and subscribe. And also, don't forget to continue to try to make sense out of all this nonsense, y'all. It's getting harder and harder every day. God bless you. See you next time in Kevin's Corner.